Hello students, and welcome to training session video number 2, Getting Familiar with the APEX Learning Management System, or the General APEX Tutorial. You should be following along with this video with a worksheet of your own, and while watching, take notes by answering the questions below. Feel free to pause or stop the video when needed. So, first things first, you're going to want to open up a new tab on your computer and type in the website for the APEX Learning page, which is www.apexvs.com. This should take you to this blue screen right here where you see APEX Learning, a box for your username, and a box for your password. Your username will be your 10-digit student ID number, which is assigned to you once you enroll in the school. If you do not have one or this does not sound familiar to you, please talk to your APEX teacher or whoever helped you enroll in the school. So let's type in mine. Your password will be your capital initials followed by your 6-digit birthday. And once you go ahead and log in, it will take you to your dashboard. Now there's a lot of things going on here, but we'll go through each one to make sure you know how to navigate through the APEX learning system. So, on your left will be all of the courses that you are currently enrolled in. In order to access anything for a class, you just go ahead and click on the title of that class, like biology for example, and it will take you to the course itself. Every unit, every study session, every quiz, every test, you will find it all right here. And that goes for any class. For English, psychology, or whatever else you're taking, you'll find all the units and what exactly you need to study right here. So, right next to the courses, you'll see grade to date. Now, many can get confused and think that that is their grade in the course, but really what this column is referring to is the quality of work that you've been turning in. For example, if you had 10 assignments due and you've only done one, you're probably failing the class. However, if you had an 83% on that one assignment, that is what will be shown here. That means you're giving in general B quality work. Now, if you want to know what your actual grade is in the class, you're going to go over to Actions, View Progress Report, and here you'll see all of the classes you've ever taken with APEX. Take a minute to find the class that you're currently enrolled in and that you're interested in. You'll go to where it says Activity Scores and Due Dates. Click View. This page will show you every single assignment for the course, ones that you've completed, some that you may not have. There's the unit, the lesson, the activity, when they are due, when they were received, the score that you received, and the percentage. So if you scroll all the way down, this percentage in the middle is the grade that you have in the class. For example, if you have an 83, you've got a low B in the class. I cannot stress enough how important this page is. I'm going to encourage you to print it out, go ahead and highlight all these important dates, especially CST and TST, those are your tests, and make sure that you have them done by the due date right here. Very, very important page for you to print out. So, we'll exit right here, and again, you can go ahead and do that for every class, English, psychology, or whatever you're taking. So we'll go back to dashboard. Okay. So right here you'll see progress. You see green, yellow, and red. This basically is just an indication of how on schedule you are and how timely you've been with turning in your assignments. If you're in the green, that means you're right on task, you're right on time. They're predicting that you'll get a good grade, an A, in the class. If you're at yellow, that means you're slightly behind. You could be anywhere from 11 to 30% behind, which may put you in the C range. So you're going to want to go ahead and turn in some more assignments and get that to green. If you're red, you're more than 31% behind in the course, and you may not pass unless you change the color of this to yellow or green. Now, if you ever hit red progress in any of the courses, you will be subject to mandatory lab attendance, which means you must attend the lab or school every day from 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. until you are no longer in this red zone. Now, if you have reds and yellows at the very beginning of the year, don't panic. You still have a lot of time to go ahead and get into this green zone. However, if you are at the end of the year, they may indicate that you aren't going to get the grade that you want and you may not finish the class on time. And speaking of being on schedule and turning your assignments on time, right next to the progress bars are the overdue activities. Here you'll just simply click on the number and you'll see what activities are overdue and have not been turned in yet. Again, you can do this for every class. English, you'll have 16, psychology 41, and hopefully it never gets to that. But if you would like to know what activities you need to focus on, you're just going to go ahead and click right here. So now that we've talked about the courses, we'll go down here where you see calendar. We'll click view, and this is also very important. This is basically your course activity scores report, but in calendar form. This will show you every single day what assignments are due. You might want to print this out as well and go ahead and highlight when certain activities are due. You should check this every day to make sure that you are on schedule. Going back, right above calendar is messages. You can just go ahead and ignore that. You will not use this to communicate with your teachers. If you do, they probably won't see it. What you need to do if you want to talk to your teachers is use your Gmail account and send them an email to their Gmail or whatever email that they have provided you with. And that is how you would communicate back and forth with the staff. Above that is announcements. That's also something you're going to want to go ahead and check every day. Matter of fact, you should check your email, your calendar, and these announcements every day just to make sure you're up to date with everything. In announcements, you may see when the lab is closed, when certain projects are due. Very important. So, the last piece of advice I want to give you before ending the video is how to study. So, let's go to a course, let's say biology. As you see, there's a lot of units, there's a lot of things that you're going to be able to read, but it won't be very efficient if you take notes on every little single thing. It would take you forever. However, if you see study anywhere, you will see this icon, paper with a pencil, and you click on it, and it's basically like a study guide for that unit. Go ahead and click on that, print that out, fill it out, and these are all of the aspects that you need to focus on when studying for the tests and the quizzes. That way you can be very efficient in taking notes, and you don't have to worry about over taking notes and writing things down that aren't necessarily relevant or won't help you on the tests and quizzes. So every time, again, you see the word study, you'll see that, print out, and go ahead and fill it out, and you will do great on all of your assessments. So, other than that, I think you are ready to start Apex Learning.